Check me out. We're back another day working on this Proton pack. All right, told you it was going to be a slow process. Okay, today the clipper valves came in. The two different kinds. You got to look in the description to see what the model numbers are. They almost look exactly the same. One goes on the Proton pack itself, and one goes on the wand, the Proton gun or thrower. These are actual clippers, so they were expensive. I think they were about $40 each, so $80 for the pair. Very heavy, real metal. Again, one of those things, once I add it to the Proton pack, it just adds on to the realism and the overall weight and just the realistic look of it, right? Cool, here we go. All right, we got the clippers on, one on the shell and one on the wand. So it's pretty dope, man. Like I said, it's giving it a little weight. Might be all in my mind. Makes it feel a little bit more realistic. But anyway, yesterday I also got some other parts in. I got the light caps and some of the connector pieces that I need for this. All right, so we got a few more parts to finish up the wand. And I also got all the lenses that I need for the Proton pack shell itself, all right? Got the red and the blue. And on top of that, I got the clip for the ribbon. So I did already put the ribbon on here, and it comes with two clips. I already put one clip on there. I'm actually gonna have to take it off. I'm gonna glue it in as well as screw it in. And then the ribbon clamps in between each of them to hold it in place. So that's cool. So we got a few more pieces in to get a couple of steps closer to finishing this bad boy, all right? What I'm gonna do, instead of taking it to the garage, it's raining outside, I'm gonna do it here. So lay out some paper so I don't get glue everywhere, because I am gonna be using glue as well as drilling a few holes here and there. Now, as far as the ribbon, like I said, I'm gonna glue it and nail it down, and hopefully that pressure, I won't have to clamp it because it's in a weird position where I don't think I'm gonna be able to clamp it well. But I think it'll self-clamp. Once I glue this down and screw it in, I think the screws is gonna keep it tight enough to where it'll add that pressure where it'll dry nice and tight, man, and secure. All right, let's do that. So the glue I'll be using is this Gorilla Contact Adhesive Clear Grip. I usually use Gorilla Glue in place of epoxy for parts like this. So it's like I use epoxy for the bigger pieces. This might be just as strong as epoxy, to be honest with you. I've never really tested it out, but it's always worked good for me. It takes a little longer to dry. One reason I do like the epoxy pretty, dries pretty quick. But for items like this, like I'm gonna use this to secure the ribbon into the Proton pack shell, as well as securing these clamps and the ribbon in this part. And again, there'll be a screw. There's two screws here that's gonna be screwing it in, that's gonna keep it tight. So really, I'm just using the glue just for an added level of security and sturdiness. So let's get started. Okay, I did grab me some gloves, working with this super glue. It's like that's the last thing you want on your hands. the lenses, I'm gonna let this dry before I put the lenses in because I'm gonna have to turn it over, and I don't want that glue dripping out. So I'm gonna give it at least, 30 minutes or so for it to dry just a little bit. It says 24 hours for it to fully cure. I'm not waiting for it to cure to turn it over. Just waiting for it to not be runny or drippy. I don't want it to get nowhere. So I think we're good right now with that. Just put that to the side. Next, we'll work the new parts for this. Yeah, some of these pieces are easy. So it's just getting them to fit. I got 2 red lenses and 2 clear lenses, or light hats. Actually what they are, just to cover up the lights. I think I only need 1 red for this, so we can save that for another Proton pack build. But I do need the 2 clear, 1 red, and I have this special orange light hat, I'm sorry. And I'll put little pictures up or something so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And then I got 2 clippered hose barbs, is what they call. You'll hear me call them connectors all the time because this is actually what you use to connect some of the tube wiring. And all of these pieces go on here. So the only problem, which isn't the biggest problem, on my the file that I use to print this, I like it because all my holes are there. Some of the holes have been perfect and some of them have been a little bit smaller. Like the hole on here is too small for these clear lenses, so I will have to drill the holes just a little bit bigger. And then I'll glue those in. So these caps, I actually am not going to glue them in. They got a little indent. So like once you put it in, it shouldn't be able to come out. So instead of gluing it, I'm just gonna stick them in, and that way it doesn't get messy. Because when I'm being clear, and I don't know, it's always risky using glue. Even if I can get away with not using it, then all right, cool. Then we got that done. Got the red lens and the clear lens. I thought another clear lens goes here, but I actually think it's a milky one that goes here and here. So according to my reference, that's the case. I'm gonna check with mine downstairs as well to see what I did last time. But that's it for that as far as putting those on. Actually, nope. I got the orange hat light cover to put on. So this one fits with no drilling, but unfortunately it's loose. So I am going to have to glue this one in, which is fine. Okay. Okay, took me a little while, but I got all everything glued in. I think some awkward areas, kind of hard to get the glue in there. But anyway, I'm gonna let it dry for a few hours. I might let it sit overnight, we'll see. But sit here, let it dry, and then we'll wrap up after that, all right? All right, everybody, we got everything finished. We got the lenses on, got the red cyclotron lenses and the blue power cell lens here. And looks pretty good. Look, I'm gonna shine my cell phone light in there so you can hopefully see the redness. Of course, it looks black when there ain't no light going through it. So cool. We got that knocked out. Everything's been glued in. Everything is dried. While this was drying, I also went ahead and put this green tube on the clippered barbs, the connectors, what I've been calling the connectors, right? So this is one step to being closer. So we got the lens caps on as well as this, man. So starting to look more and more real. Anyway, I think that's a good stopping point for today. Still got quite a bit left, not too much. It's starting to look almost complete, but I do got some metal labels that I got coming from Mexico that I did just get the notification that they're on the way. They're in the United States right now in Florida. So hopefully they'll get here in about a week. One of the next steps that's going to be pretty big is mounting this to the actual motherboard, which is just a flat metal plate that goes under here. And there's also, you know, the motherboard, because that's where all the electronics and everything is going to be mounted to as well. So as well as the Alice frame that are the straps and everything that goes on your back. So yeah, man, it's looking good, yo. It's looking good. Once we get those metal labels, also got some vinyl labels that I need to get. So I got a couple of vinyl labels. Once the metal labels get here, I do got, I think what's called the ion arm. So I do got to get that. And that was up there, man. That's probably about $40, $50. Just a small little metal thing that goes here that has a little, what's probably the ion arm that hangs down. So like I said, man, we're getting there. I mean, just looking at it now, it already looks like a Proton pack. Just a few little more parts. And of course, the motherboard and the Alice frame is what's going to make it wearable. That's going to set it off. So anyway, we almost getting there. Again, obviously this video is to be continued, but in the meantime, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, definitely subscribe. And you might want to follow us. You push the little follow button. We'll notify you and let you know whenever a video drop, a new video. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it, man. I'll check you guys out next time. Peace.